This is Life in the 1900s newspapers, and today is part 2 of a 1960s newspaper special, a Christmas edition. I will be reading to you the actual words from a 1966 newspaper from Danville, Illinois. The actual date is December 25th, 1966. Pennsylvania Dutch note Christmas with customs rooted deep in folklore. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. In the Pennsylvania Dutch country, the natives are preparing to celebrate Christmas with rustic customs rooted deep in folklore and tradition. For instance, mounds or bales of hay were set out around barns and stables on Christmas Eve, so the Christmas dew would moisten them. It is believed that the animals eating this fodder will escape harm in the new year. Farmers there, remembering old tales, say that anyone who happens to be in a barn or stable between 11 p.m. and midnight, Christmas Eve, will be able to understand the animals' talk.
Hello, I'm Mr. Red. Oh, morning, Wilbur.
Never mind that. I'm tired of you beating me to the morning paper. I like to read it with my eggs.
I like to read it with my hay.
Candy cell gimmick irks Soviet. In Moscow, porcelain figures are attached to boxes of the most popular brands of candy. The customer either takes both at a much higher price than he would pay for the candy alone or goes without. On Moscow's main shopping street, a half-pound box of chocolates was priced at 2.65 rubles, or $2.93, but attached to it was a porcelain giraffe for 10 rubles, or $11.11. Total cost to the shopper was 12.65 rubles, or $14.04 American. In this way, the income of the stores is increased. Tonight's TV tips. 6 to 7 on ABC, The Dangerous Christmas of Riding Hood, or Oh, Wolf, Poor Wolf, is an amusing, swinging version of the fairy tale told from the wolf's viewpoint. The wolf, deliciously played by Cyril Richard, is an elegant creature who comes from a fine family. I'm Lone T for Timber, Timber Wolf from a literary family. The casting of the animal with pointed ears as the wolf's pack is a funny idea. Liza Minnelli is the heroine, with Vic Damone as the hero. You know it's Christmas in Vietnam when a mess sergeant gets up with a smile at 2 a.m. to baste his turkeys in a tiny field oven, and for the first time since the outfit came over, replaces his steel helmet with a white chef's hat. The morning's first convoy winds down to the orphanage with enough candy and clothing to stock a suburban department store, and the kids swarm aboard the tanks and armored personnel carriers for a ride around the perimeter. The guy in the outfit sneaks back to his tent for the 16th time to listen to the tape recording his wife sent him of the kids murdering Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And when, in spite of all the mess sergeant's miracles and the supply sergeant's decorations, you steal away from the guys around the piano and stand among the darkened tents, wondering what she's doing now and if the kids have seen their presents, and if it'll all be over someday.
Well, it's about the best time of the whole year. You walk down the streets even for weeks before Christmas comes. And there's lights hanging up, green ones and red ones, Sometimes there's snow, and everybody's hustling someplace. But they don't hustle around Christmas time like they usually do. You know, they're a little more friendlier. They bump into you, they laugh, and they say, pardon me, and Merry Christmas. And especially when it gets real close to Christmas night. Everybody's walking home. You can hardly hear a sound. Bells are ringing, kids are singing, snow is coming down. And boy, what a pleasure it is to think that you got someplace to go to. And the place that you're going to has somebody in it that you really love. Someone you're nuts about. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas! The stars shone and the angels sang to tell of the great joy of that first Christmas. We wish that joy and a Merry Christmas to all of you. Paint and Varnish, Dean's Paint and Wallpaper Store, 14 South Hazel. A very happy Christmas to everyone. The tree is trimmed, ornaments are glimmering, Santa's arrived and everybody's happy. To all you wonderful people, we send wishes for the best Christmas. Green and Lewiston Insurance Agencies. Woolworth's HO Model Train Racing Cars Sale. 4-piece HO train set, lighted diesel with 4 cars, $12.88. New York Hudson Central, $19.97, and an EMD E8 diesel locomotive on sale for $10.97. Are you crazy about toy trains? Well, check out in my channel my other video special about vintage toy trains. It includes footage of several different toy trains. Oh my, so you didn't get that toy you wanted for Christmas. Well, I'll hope you'll be like Robert Young and handle the situation with some finesse.
No, honest, Selma, I have the least idea what this is. But I'll bet it's something to help me lower my golf score. A butter churn?
Isn't it lovely? I saw it at an auction and I just couldn't resist it. You don't like it?
No, I think it's great. This is something I've always wanted. Even as a boy, I always remember dreaming of the day when I'd own my own churn.
I shouldn't have bought it.
Well, of course you should. Just think of all of the wonderful evenings I can spend making my own butter. Now, what more could a man ask?
You're making fun of it.
Oh, now come back, Selma. I'm only kidding. Of course I like it. It's beautiful.
Do you really think so?
Sure. I'd love anything you give me. Anything that reminds me of you is beautiful to me.
Well, I guess it was kind of a silly present.
Not at all. You know I'm crazy about butter.
Oh, you.
Ooh, half-price clearance. Assorted box Christmas cards, regularly $1 to $3.95, now half price.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Mays Brothers Basement Store. Budget dresses, $2 and $4. Just check out these lovely ladies' hairstyles. The bouffant and the flip. And I guess you could have had a bouffant with a flip. Church duds. Sonny and Cher boast the kookiest clothes, bell-bottom slacks, fur vests, and leopard skin shorts. But once in a while, they confound the critics by dressing in perfectly normal fashion. The last time was during their tour of Europe, when Cher finally climbed into a conservative dress and Sonny donned a coat and tie. The occasion? They had an audience with Pope Paul VI at the Vatican. There was no publicity, not even pictures. What do they do in Christmas today? From Christmas, Michigan. What do you do in Christmas on Christmas? Open presents, eat a big dinner, admire the tree, and probably lift a glass in thanks for one of the best years in many for this tiny village of Lake Superior. Christmas, which has been on the calendar for centuries, didn't get on the postal map until this year with the opening of the town's first post office. It was the biggest event since the toy factory burned down 26 years ago. More turkeys to be raised. Hoosier turkey growers expect to raise 3,724,000 birds this year, according to state federal agricultural statisticians at Purdue University. This is 9% more birds than were raised last year, and the largest crop since 1961. This got me thinking about Aunt Bee's food. Haven't you noticed on the Audrey Griffith show that Aunt Bee makes the most fabulous food? It makes you want to get arrested in Mayberry and spend the night in the jail just to get a taste of her cooking.
Her